Here we go, now I've got my headphones. So I was not there. I was actually here. So just like letting anyone know that watches the playback stuff's been a little bit of a wonky day. I'm not too sure how I feel about it either. But it does look like YouTube's got a new cool feature, which I'm actually pretty happy about. So it might be a feature that I was hoping was going to be there right from the get-go, but wasn't. Which is typical. Kind of happens. That's what you get for sleeping without looking, really. Ooh, I didn't watch. That's what I get for going into my menu when I shouldn't have. Can I interact with this, or? Apparently not. Holy shit. I thought this was going to be a super easy headshot, but the wicking me it sounded like. Cool. I didn't really see what I grabbed, but I grabbed something. Celestial Emissary Trophy. And a lamp. Yeah, I really don't know how I feel about the day. Oh, there's the item on that side. Call beyond. I'm assuming that was a... not really an item, but... actual... emote. There you go. I'm actually just taking a look at these just so that way I can see exactly what I have fully. Okay, I should be equipping that. Some all damage reduction is going to be a lot better for me. Alright. That's right, you're non-hostile when I approach. I do believe I have to beat here. Okay, let's go look at those resistances and shit, you know? Oh, hey, wait, I actually want to tap that properly. Bolt and fire. Oh, I totally forgot to grab both papers. Or at least like fire paper, or see if I could, but that happened. I would have to sell stuff for it. Oh, I need healing more points. Might just be a good idea to grab the red apples, get out, purchase what I need, and go back at him. Like with it being off day, not so great, or at least feeling not so great for me. Not from like it is. I just don't have a very good outlook, I guess. This one's kind of need to think and focus on doing the right thing here. And of course you're like way on top of bloody progress. Thought she was going to do something to me. I seriously thought. Oh wow. Gold pledges. Cause I haven't used these like whatsoever, and I didn't sell those. It's kind of tempting to spend those on a level up if I can, but I don't think so. I know I'm gonna need way more of these if I want to go tackle that. So pretty. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure we'll buy one extra. Completely break myself. So these. Call that a really crappy rebalance. So at least now if I need to, I can draw out the fight and somewhat win, I guess. I can at least just draw out the fight, really. It's my big thing. Okay, yeah, that's 16 and 55. Oh, looks like the rest she's highly weak too. Yeah, so if I picked the Rapier after turret, it wouldn't be a bad choice. I'm just gonna do that just as like, I guess, an option. Doesn't really give me like what type of attack she uses, but wasn't me, but shit, he's dead. Oh, come on, I was trying to roll out of that. But like no quick step was gonna help me then, man. Gosh. Oh. I'm just doing this fight run apparently. Like 12 shots. That's intense. Wow, and I'm dead just like that too. Holy shit. Or that, or I wasn't dead yet and that fucking charge just took me out. Guess I just need to wait for the time to actually get in that animation instead of just shooting him straight in the face. That's probably gonna be a good idea. Like not to go all half cocked. You know, that one dying scared me, because I thought, like, the one that I killed before it was still alive. You know, I'm away from that personally. get the visceral attack off and die. That does not sound good for me. Holy shit! I got caught in fucking off-coat, which is my problem. I thought I cleared that. What was I originally stuck on? Oh, over there, never mind. Like, I don't want to feel like this boss is going to beat me. I don't really have the greatest vote of confidence in myself right now, to be honest with you. That's probably half my problem right now, too. Like, I think I have the strategy, but I also feel like I'm going at it pretty half off. Which is a really bad choice. that thing does deal massive damage. Holy shit, how do you stop that? I guess like the cannon or something. So like I guess I have to like try and not blow her face off with it. Oh, I don't even have any bolt papers to use. I should have bought more bolt papers instead. Well, if I keep doing these runs, I'll have enough to at least buy one. If not, like, probably use my insight and just help myself some more again. Wow, they're always still alive somehow, huh? I feel like I should have spent that almost on a level up and just grind it out somewhere else too. Good old grandpa. So helpful. Way over there. I use my big secret weapon. Jesus! Like I had the quick stuff going and everything and it just did not work out. Oh man, I just feel like I'm fucking everything right up. Like I don't feel good about any of this right now. Not this whole entire day, nothing. Just like out for me for a bit. Oh great, I only have enough for one shot now too. So I'm basically forced to go grind at this point. Unless I want to try not using the cannon instead and maybe something that doesn't cost so much. But it does a lot, I'm not gonna lie. so broken too. Oh god, I don't want to use too much healing and like you cannot hit with shit. Okay, we're going at this with a handicap. It's going to be alright. Or absolutely dreadful, you know, one of the two. Like, Ludwig's does a lot of damage, but I get that problem where I start having a need to hit and run. Just hit and run. My silver can take the run of it right now. I just do a lot more damage so slow the anyway. It's a very cheap item. Like, no, okay, there we go. Now. Oh my god, it fucking just honed in on me. That was really fucking aggravating. Yeah, I have no more bullets. Looks like I'm just running to grab those souls. Well, sorry, blood echoes, and then backing off for bullets. It's like there's not really much I can do at this point except for do my end game grind. Over my asshole. Wow, never mind. Fuck those blood echoes, I guess. I'm just so shitty. Holy fuck. think I can fix this, but... Yeah, I don't really have insight to blow on. Oh, Hawk 10 insight for that. 8 for that. 7. And we're gonna use multiple. Actually, we'll sit at 51. 51 seems to be actually something I'm going to be secure with. At least I'm hoping so. Since she's weak to fire, if I have oil, why don't I just like douse her? Douse her and try lighting her up. Oh, that's right, because I have no blood echoes. Ha! Okay. Yeah, this has like very little damage to it too. So I'll give you 112. The blood attack would actually go up by 1. Alright, that's gonna have to be good. Oops, I didn't want that. Like, I guess it kind of still leaves like a big issue out in the open for me. I don't have any, well, Quill has unlimited uses. I don't have the fucking arcane for that. If I had arcane build, yeah, the Tiny Taunters probably would be carrying me right now. Okay, we're going to give this boss another college try here. This time though, we have a little plan at least. Thank you for my crappy blood echoes back. Like, I guess I am kind of getting close to being it, just not to the extent that I would be hoping. That's the thing, but I have to try and find that balance between defense and arcane, I think. The crow feathers is going to be it right now. Like, I really, really think so. Oh, there's the card outfit, okay. Wow, that's a lot of arcane resistance. Okay. I actually like that. That's pretty cool. It's pretty comical, not like cool as in, oh my god, I'm badass, I look like Batman, but... Bolt is highly effective. I'm going to try it differently. Oh. I didn't realize I switched into that. Oops. I wanted... Oh. Stuck. I couldn't dodge! What the fuck? I was spamming circle. Oh wow, and it can frenzy me too? Wow, I just feel like I'm bashing my head up against a fucking brick wall because I'm stupid. I literally do at this point, like, holy crap, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing wrong. Besides being an idiot. There's no fucking way I can keep going with this thing like this. I literally feel like I'm wasting a lot of effort and time, like I'm not having a good time. Which honestly should just be my big like tip off of like don't play this, but I've got to stream something. I don't get the ability to sit there and do nothing. Don't get that luxury. And like getting the arcade is actually a pretty stupid idea. I won't lie at all. Like it wasn't going to help me. That simple. If I'm aiming to dodge those lasers, the arcane resistance is just get more of a hindrance than it's going to help. Even though I didn't really need to run back and grab these, I thought at least starting off with 3 grand. I didn't even know exactly how much they're going to be before I got to them. So. I have an idea, I just don't know if it's going to be a good idea. Right now, I'm not going to want to bank on bad ideas. Which one was this one again? The one I didn't complete, that's right. I said I wanted to grind off before, right? What else is going to be at my disposal to do? Arguably, I could probably do it with the Raider, but I don't want to do that slow progression. Not with that fight. Might as well try grinding in this, or at least bashing my head off this boss. Couldn't be much worse. That is the question. Do I go forward or go back? And forward leads me to these guys. Oh. You know, you'd think I would, like, eventually just not let that thing ever hit me. Or just never fall for those traps, or at least not see them coming. Or remember how to turn the map properly. Not the direction I want. That big guy's gonna be doing a lot of physical. Fuck it, let's just go full armor. Okay, now I look like I'm from Dark Souls. Let's go. Oh! Never mind, this guy deals a lot of fucking damage, even with all this stacked ass armor. Jesus. Wow. I'm just not going to have a good time with anything, apparently. Not much, just dying. I'm actually at the point of wanting to go grab my bottle of smoke until I can either get good or until I get good with the stuff that I have. Like, this is ridiculous. No, actually, normal is usually me going toe to toe with the computer and enjoying it. This is just shutting me out in every single way I go at it. This makes me feel like I'm completely fucking useless. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. I got 18k and like no supplies. Yeah. Yeah, welcome to my life. I should be able to actually, like, deal with this stuff, but I just can't, apparently. I feel like I'm basically rather stacked for my stats, but, you know, just doesn't really equate. I don't feel like it equates to anything worth it, personally. I've already dealt with that. I'm pretty sure I have. Yes, I did. Oh, I'm not worried about help. I usually like tackling this stuff by myself. What dungeons do I even have available? Oh, nice. Either way, I would still have to go out and grab more blood echoes if I wanted to go in and like do a random chalice dungeon. Which one was my last one? Yeah, it's just regular Hinterton. Oh, I bet, man. You guys, these chalice dungeons seem like they're pretty decent on challenge-wise. It's just they have a really big repetitive mission to them that I'm not, I guess, a big fan of. And it's not repetitive in the fact of like, I know I've played the exact same area before, but as in like, it's kind of like Legend of Zelda. Going through the exact same temples over and over again. Yeah, just let me go back to that area. We'll go back to the teams and I will show you. I literally have everything but second floor lecture building and Nightmare of Mensis. Yeah, that's what I got for first tomb. I haven't yet. This is still my very first playthrough of the game ever. And I got this for the second areas. Rather small. And then Awaken Above Ground. Like, I'm literally just at the point... Yeah. And then finally, this. So, like I said, like, I just have to deal with, basically, monstrosity in front of the Altar of Despair, and then get into lecture room. Sorry, lecture building, second floor. Open up the shortcut. Go to the Nightmare of Mensis. I hope so too. Like, Bloodborne needs a sequel. Not for like story-wise, but just for a simple fact, like, it was such a good formula. You can't really just take the exact same thing and then retitle it as something else. It just won't work. I'm not too worried. Like, when it comes down to actual story areas where I could grind, I managed to make the best out of the Hypersian jail early on, which that was probably the best thing ever. Actually, I have to agree with that. Like, Bloodborne is definitely a masterpiece. Like, when I first started playing, it didn't really grab me until I would say probably about 10 to 20 hours in and around that mark. And that's when it just started grabbing me on lore-wise, and I just found myself wanting to grab everything, anything I could. No, why was I here again? I'm not too sure why I came back here. Walking. So. It does actually have that. It's not even just actually I'd say it's special style, but the fact that they learned exactly what was the secret of bringing Lovecraft's work into the mainstream, into what people would like. Actually, they've technically already did a movie about Bloodborne way back in the early 2000s. It's a French movie called Brotherhood of the Wolf. And like, honestly, if you just watch it, it's literally like Bloodborne, the movie, to a T. So at first I was like, you know, these guys kind of do look like they're from the game, you know, they kind of look really interesting, they look kind of cool. Like, the story seems a little bit wonky, I won't lie, but I'll roll with it. And as soon as I kept on going with it, as soon as I got to that final act, I was just like, this is totally Bloodborne, the movie. It just turns into the most wicked bloodbath fight scene I think I could have ever seen. At least for a movie in that era. Actually, like, doing a movie based off of Bloodborne itself, I don't think would be too hard if you just focus on being a character who exists in the world, not actually has a big, like, role, but has a role, just is there. And honestly, like, you just have to focus on expanding the lore on it. It wouldn't really be difficult in theory and getting it down on paper. It's just probably translating it properly and finding the right director who would translate it off of paper onto screen would be difficult. I really don't get the guy in the corner. I really don't.
It's time to finish.
Get my roll on. I wouldn't mind actually if they did link the whole entire From Software games together. People could fuck up a Bloodborne movie, but at the same time, it's also extremely easily done if you just sit there and look at the lore. Like, people have made YouTube careers off of just the lore of Bloodborne, or even just the lore of Dark Souls. That, like, I feel like you'd have to have a very special brand of person that could just absolutely mess up something that's almost handed to them in a way. Like, nailing the actual genre for itself, too, would be kind of difficult in the sense of, like, you couldn't just say, oh yeah, it's going to be like a horror movie, because it probably wouldn't work out as a horror movie as much as it would have to work out as, I don't know, a suspense almost. Like a thriller, too, because, like, you could have the horror aspects, it's just putting it in the horror, like, show would make it more of a slasher movie. Well, that's the thing too, is that if you pay attention to certain dialogues in Bloodborne itself, it almost does sound like it has been taken from what either Dark Souls or even Demon Souls has. Oh, nice. You know, the last Dark Souls I played was #1, and that was a little bit after it first came out, because a buddy of mine was like, oh man, these games are so good, you just grind, and like, if you die, you die. Oh, like, my friend just kind of like repped these games really hard for me, so like, he got me playing them though. And I started grinding for like 10 hours on one enemy, because you drop like 5k souls. And I was like, this is a good spot, I should never leave this spot. And I never did. Like, I don't even know where I'm going to be going either. Actually, yes I do. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I can agree, underrated. Like, this game is absolutely amazing for the challenge, and I don't have the DLC graveyard. It sucks. Dark Souls actually is fantastic if you like be able to sit there and just have that one thing to fight, have that one experience just to like look forward to. Like, it's kind of like Bloodborne in the sense, like, if you wanted a character that wasn't so like you're being thrusted into the action as much as like it's your own fault for being in the action. I didn't really have as much difficulties with the Dark Beast Paro, because I just grinded for it basically. And then I kind of went at him like a bat out of hell. I did not want to fight this little lady. Okay, so since that fight happened, I haven't actually even really looked too much at the DLC, because I kind of want to keep that spoiler-free almost for myself, but I already know quite a few of the weapons, which I'm so jealous about, damn it. Amelia actually wasn't even that much of a problem with me either, 'cause like I said, I grinded first, I got to here to begin with, so like, I didn't really have very much to worry about. I just grinded off the snatchers and made it very easy. I think I killed him on my 4th or 3rd run. I don't remember which two. But still did take me kind of a bit. Oh, not much, just gaming. I hate those variation of werewolves, I really do. Yeah, Parl had one of those animations where it's just like, I know I have to get close to you, but goddamn, I do not want to get close to you whatsoever. I had that same problem with the Cleric Beast at first, like I just couldn't fight him because his animations were just so gnarly to look at. No, I'm good. I just gotta grind myself out. I don't really think Parl's actually even that hard, because like once you kind of get past the like animations part, you start realizing that like a lot of the bosses you can kind of just walk up and punch in the face repeatedly and then back away, take a little punishment, and then just do it again. Which is partially why I'm having so much trouble with what's her name? Iberiatis, I think. Yeah, basically, like, some bosses are just going to be geared in that way where, like, some players will not be able to deal with them whatsoever. And I think that's something I absolutely adore. It's kind of just based off your own experience. Yeah, she's a pain in my ass. I'm not gonna lie, like, she is extremely difficult. I can get her to like the 25% health mark and then she just goes absolutely ham on me and my cooperative dies. So you just summon the AI to help me and just never helps at all. Oh, I missed the jump. I like that thing. Let that happen. I wasn't watching my health. Like, I've already died so much already. This is ridiculous. No, I don't fuck up my shit this bad. Yeah, no, that's what I like about the actual From Software games themselves. If you screw up, it's probably going to be on you versus the game itself. And that Blood Sword, Holy Sword, I swear to God, is just, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I take that thing and run around and be like, hey guys, look, I'm Link from Legend of Zelda. Watch me kill things in like 2 shots. I love killing bosses in this game, to be honest. Like, it can make you feel really good and really overpowered, depending on the boss. And others, you kind of like, you almost feel sad that you just murdered someone that was nowhere near strong enough compared to you. And as for Ludwig's Holy Sword, that's fucking ridiculous, dude. Like, I don't even think my Ludwig's makes it that hard, makes it that high. Like, I'm already pretty impressed about the fact I can pop like 1k damage on the thing pretty nicely. Oh, I missed. I love and hate those Californians, I really do. I'll let that guy die though. I was hoping for a jump, but no, I didn't get no jump. Oh no. Oh wow, that's quick. God, fighting Bloodstar Beast as that Ascension boss is so fun, but such a pain in the ass at the same time. Looks like I have to go fairly. The greatswords, period, I find in Bloodborne are just absolutely busted because they have that high chance to stagger and they just deal massive amounts of damage on top of that. Like, it's really hard to take one of those regular weapons, like, for my instance, what was like my big thing that carried me, my saw cleaver. Like, I can't really go back to this very well because I feel like I'm just really bad with it. That's disgusting. One-shotting the Fuma Descendant with the cannon? God. Why is the cannon so expensive to use? I know it's super good, but... Yes, this sword is like probably one of my most favorite things I've actually grabbed, just due to the fact that like it deals so much damage so quickly. It's hard to switch off onto something else, it really is. Actually, speaking of the beast, let's go check his pit. I actually haven't revisited this section in a long time. For me, it uses 12 shots, not 10. Like, the thing is super hungry when I use it. I usually only get one shot, then I have to use my up on the D-pad to give myself more blood echo, turn out blood echoes with more bullets. And then I have to fire it again, and then I sit there looking at like, I'm boned. Oh, the church cannon. Okay, yeah, the upgrade. My bad. Yeah. I would prefer that a little bit better. Just so that way I knew it was like guaranteed like 2 shots versus forcing myself to get 2 shots. I wonder if you're still going to be pissed off with me. Like, I'm really curious at this point. If you're still going a bit mad, I can at least grind out on the beast. That's a dope accomplishment. I kind of want to like clear through as much as I can of the game before I actually fully end it. He's still pissed. There's no reason for me to climb up. He's going to shoot me. Yeah, see, he's mad. He's still mad about the beast thing. The Hemwick Witch was super easy for me because I hardcore grinded. No, I don't want to knock him off. I want Jura to stay alive. Jura's not intentionally being evil. He's only being evil because he views it as being the best option. Hemwick, actually, yes, it is probably the easiest boss in the game because you can super cheese it by literally just taking away all your insight. And the only thing you'll ever have to fight are just wizards. Not anything that they summon. They won't summon actually anything if you have 0 insight. I haven't. I like to try and keep them alive. It's actually funny because I have a friend of mine that likes Ark and he really cared about his dinosaurs and stuff. Still does. And absolutely hilarious when I ran into like jerks. I was just like, you know, this guy's like my friend. If my friend had a minigun and gave a shit about monsters. The traps on this game are pretty fucking intense, I won't lie. I feel stupid though every time I trip one. It's just like, I know that's there. I should know already that that thing is waiting for me. But I never remember. Get this wolf. Oh, come on, I can see him up there. There we go. Cool, 50k should be enough. I think this is enough for a level up. Huh. Yeah, I wish I was that lucky to take like 3 boulders and just walk it off. I don't know, I don't really typically feel safe with this game because as soon as I feel safe, the game like kindly reminds me that safe is relative, extremely relative. Like, I'll be honest with you, man, with these stats, I would love to be able to take 3 boulders and just be like, you know, that was pretty cool. Yeah, exactly. Even when I see lamps, like at first I was like, oh yeah, you know, I'm safe, whatever. Then I got to the Hypergian jail and I saw those snatchers that are just like right outside the lamp area. I'm like, no, safe does not exist in this game. That's right. Yeah, I don't even keep track of what level I am. Oh, I'm 95, okay. I thought I was still like 83 or something. safe equals being armed to the teeth in Central Yarnum while being behind a closed gate. That is the technical definition of safe in this game, I think. Yeah, that would do it. I haven't received any boosts. I haven't looked at getting any boosts. I haven't really done any PvP stuff either. As soon as I could in that first Nightmare Realm, let's go to Nightmare Frontier. There you go. I killed the bell ringer as soon as I could.
What is it? Let me.
Because I just did not want to deal with her. I need way more blood echoes for a level up.
Farewell, good hunter.
That's a good question. I don't actually know, I think. You're technically supposed to soft cap, I'm pretty sure, in like the 140 area, but you hard cap at like, I'm not even 100% sure. Safe equal me running for my life and take non-death-like approach. Yeah, if there was a non-death approach in this game. But like, let's be fair here. You're going to have to kill everything. Oh god, I keep even go to Forsaken Castle Canehurst, really. Run all the way up to Legarius' seat. Oh wow. Well, I guess the max level would have to depend on whenever you max out on any one of these stats right here. And like when you max out these, it probably would, well, max out all these, that's probably when you're going to have to stop. Because there's not really much else you're going to get from a level up. Besides, I guess, really flat stat bonuses. I don't even know where to go for this quick level. Yeah, actually, let's just go King. I like having a max, just for the simple fact of like, I like having a point where it's like you've hit the pinnacle that your character can physically get to, or at least that like your character can attain in one form. Like when it comes down to Diablo and their Paragon levels, I loved the Paragon levels for Diablo, man. Like, that's the thing too that I just don't mind, is when you have that max level too, you also feel like you've hit that pinnacle at that point, where you actually have like hit the top, where there's nothing really else for you to really do. For me, like, it really depends on what the game is and what the gameplay experience is going to give you, to be honest. I forgot you got this in the eye. It's like, for me, Dynasty Warriors 9 gives you, I think, like level 100 for the level cap on each character. Yeah, it is 100 for each character. So with that being said, like there's 90 some odd characters in there. So you're technically going to like level 9,000 total to pull up everybody at once. But at the same time, I'm pretty okay with that level 100 cap because I can hit it before I end up finishing the game. Before I end up finishing the person's story usually. Maybe depending on like who the story is, whose story it pertains to. But I also feel like I have that sense of accomplishment and almost that sense of power with being at level 100, where I now have to start thinking about optimizing my character based off of what I've already done. Which is probably like load everything into attack and just start mauling every troop and officer that gets in between me and my objectives. we're going to, I might actually just do skill. Honestly, I kind of just want to get all my stats into like the 50s and 40s area and then be maybe happy. Man, that fight with Ligarius, that was such a fucking fight. Like, oh, that's probably one thing, like, one of my biggest problems I actually have with this game is your defense values literally mean just above the definition of garbage. Because, like I was figuring out with, Iberitus, or however you, like, pronounce her name, the, thing at the Altar of Despair, that abominational creature, that with loading a lot of arcane and a lot of like heavy defense, I still couldn't really take too many hits from her whatsoever. Actually, still want that, I think. That's kind of tempting, to be honest, but I actually kind of want to take another stab at it before I go and just maybe have a cigarette quick, I think. Wait, what was Evelyn's special role? Nick. Oh, I need blood tinge. Holy wow. Yeah, I kind of need to get that up there, I guess. Because that's kind of basically what I want to be looking at, except having like maybe 50 vitality and like 40 endurance and like maybe somewhere between 40 to 50 strength and skill, and everything else between 40 to 50. Yeah. Like, I do a lot of damage to her, but god damn, just wrecks my shit. I also don't really have, I guess, a solid grinding area except for that one chalice dungeon, really, if I think about it, because if I go through the whole entire thing, I should have about 60k blood echoes. If I go through up until I get that one boss. And that's just what the one with the undead giant cannon and the bullshit I can't deal with. I fucking hate those bosses. I hate those undead giants because I can't fight them worth a damn. Because I always seem to use them as attack range. Always. I do recommend having multiple weapons for different instances. That's kind of what I prefer. Like, I have the saw cleaver here because it's my biggest go-to weapon. Like, it was the thing that got me from the start of the game to basically when you get lead weights. Well, this version of lead weights. Literally since, yeah, since getting in the beginning of the game, I just kept that. But yeah, I do highly recommend trying a new weapon constantly, and like enemies will have different resistances to blunt, which is this, and then thrust, which is that. I'm absolutely stuck on this weapon. I'm not even joking. Like, I'm hardcore stuck on it. I love the cleaver. I'm not gonna lie, like, that's probably like the starting weapon I can probably give the best, like, I guess suggestions to. God, I just realized, like, switching to that's just gonna do me not very good favors. It's not gonna help me at all. But yeah, like the axe of her is actually really good because it has that strong AoE presence that you want. But yeah, I recommend like finding something like Bloodweight is a really good weapon because you don't have to, I guess, worry too much about your damage going off at all. Because this thing has good blunt resistance, but I'm still doing like 300 points of damage to it. Do anything about that. He's dead now. Oh, so am I because I didn't see those lasers coming in. You got the lost version of it? Oh. Depending on which Ludwigs you're referring to, you may actually want to think about loading into your arcane just for a simple fact of if it's Ludwig's Holy Blade that you get from the DLC, your distance shots count off of arcane. So the higher your arcane is, the more damage you're going to do off your shockwave hits. It wasn't even just lag, it was the fact that like that boss is just so fat. It's so fat. Like, I get straight into it and I can't see crap. Oh, so you got the same thing that I do. I get the two mixed up. Okay, yeah, this one is Ludwig's Holy Blade. For this one, I think actually what it scales off of is supposed to be strength and skill. There's a guy on YouTube actually that did reviews on weapons, and I was actually watching his earlier on this. Yeah, a guy by the name of PvP Skills on YouTube reviewed almost every single weapon in Bloodborne. At least I think 10 of them. And Ludwig's was one of his, like, if you're wanting something with like a lot of damage, it's probably the best thing. But yeah, the Chikage is probably one of the also next weapons that I really want to get into. Yeah, like certain weapons go off of arcane scaling, and where you get the arcane scaling from is sometimes really obscure, I find. Because I think this one's supposed to have either blood tinge or arcane on it, but it doesn't come up as like that really fantastic, like holy crap, I need a rock, this is so good type thing. But it does come off, I think, as like a beneficial if you build as a secondary. just so cheese now that I'm thinking about it. Like, sure, it's going to cause their boss fights, like, the phases of shift or whatever, but I'm just tapping R2 and then getting massive damage. Oh no, he's dead already because he got shot. I'm not in a good spot. I just fucked myself on that one. Yeah, for Chikage, I'm pretty sure that's what he was saying too, is that you get your strength and your skill and your blood tinge up, because the blood tinge will affect... You know what, actually I think you get arcane up too, because arcane is supposed to affect your non-transform state, and then blood tinge affects your transform state. Like, it's such a weird weapon to use. Either that, it's the strength and skill that focus on the non-transform state, and then when you transform Chikage, it focuses on blood tinge. Like, it's a really obscure weapon, but it's so cool. I am not gonna lie about it. Like, I love the weapon. Chikage? Here it is. Oh yeah, it has its alien evolved forward. Holy crap. Huh. ECAD. Yeah, like, honestly, I actually like strength builds in this, surprisingly. I'm kind of a guy that likes, you know, focus on skill but end up acting like a frontline strength person, because why not? Actually, that stuff's really quite a lot of fun if you know how to build. Yeah, like, that's the thing about, like, these weapons, that they have all these different scalings, and it's just extremely finicky almost to figure out what you need to be going for. Let's actually give myself more defense here though. Yeah, that would be the best for arcane and actual physical defense. I don't think I'm going to win this one either, to be honest. focusing on. Oh, I'm dead because the frenzy hit me. God damn it, I don't know what the heck to do about this. Like, yeah, I really don't know what to do. I just don't feel like I can go anywhere and do anything without needing there to be like a really immense grind. Yeah, it's the only katana in Bloodborne, but bloody hell is it probably like the coolest weapon that From Software has made in a base game in like a long time. You get that after you beat Martyr Lugarius and you make your oath with the Vile Blood cannons. Yeah, that's what I was doing, was I was trying to hit it with the cannon, but I have to prime the shots just right in order to get a versatile attack to go off, and even then I'm only getting 2 shots into it. I need something more reliable than the cannon to use. Which I don't think there's anything else. Like the wiki even states to me, like, you pretty much want to use that cannon. That like the cannon's a big build idea. So, I don't know. Yeah, once you're done him, all you have to do is go and talk to the queen, have your audience with her, make sure you do that first. Then go and grab the unopened summons that will be in the room. It'll be closer to the doorway when you come in, but don't grab it first. Oh, I'm not going to be too worried about that. Like, I'd rather just try and grind and, like, get my stuff figured out. Like, it's been a really hectic and kind of not so great of a day, and I just kind of want to try and get things to work out. Yeah, not a problem, Underrated. Like, it's definitely important to at least have a little bit of an idea of what you're doing before you go into this game, because if you go in blind, I guarantee you're going to miss things. That's just how it goes with these. And I'm the kind of guy that doesn't like missing things. I like to be able to do one solid playthrough and be happy with that. Kind of just be happy with the adventure. I don't like going back over and over and over and doing the same thing over and over again. Because I'm a guy that likes RNG. I like getting RNG once and being happy with it. And then you go to back over by the doorway, and there will be a, oh my good god. Yeah, with, after you speak to the queen, you'll just have to travel back in the room, because there's going to be a lot of statues and everything everywhere. It's going to be rather easy once you get there and you kind of look around and poke your head around the room to figure out what's there and what's not. I don't think I even searched up this one very much. But yeah, once you have those unopened summons, you'll take those though to Alfred, and then Alfred will have this quest, I guess, which he'll basically come up, do a thing, but once he's done his thing, go up to the throne, inspect the throne and take the flesh, and then go meet Alfred at his little original spot where you first meet Alfred. Blech. Having troubles talking and doing stuff. Second character after getting a game +2. Yeah, I really want to do the DLC myself to Graveyard. Like, it looks really good. It seems like it's going to be a lot of fun, but I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to. going to have to be one of those things I have to wait and see. But I think I want to go for a cigarette break. I've been at this for, I think, like, close to 2 hours, maybe? It's been a couple hours at least from my last, like, cigarette I've had today, so... Alright, underrated, I will catch you later, though. Have a good sleep, man, and I hope you feel good. And thank you for letting me know it was a good stream and telling me so. I really appreciate that. That's awesome, underrated. But you're in the fishing hamlet. I have no idea what the fishing hamlet is. Like, that's how little I've looked into it, so I know that place exists, I just don't know anything about it. Yeah, it's been like 2 hours on stream, so... Whew, it's been a bit. But yeah, I'll be definitely right back to be streaming a lot more. Like, I'm not really going to be shutting off the stream or anything, I'm just going to probably let my guy sit here. God, I know from experience that is uncomfortable to try and sit like that on a slope. But yeah, I'm going to have a cigarette and then... Oh, well. Thank you for letting me know it was a good stream also. I really appreciate that from both of you guys. That's actually really awesome to hear personally. Consider I've been doing this for well over a year. And honestly, I hope you have a good sleep also, and hope that, you know, things are going to be good. You wake up feeling awesome tomorrow. And yeah, maybe. Like, when I get done my first playthrough after that, I won't mind doing stuff with people, because I just want to get my one playthrough, like my authentic I did this myself playthrough, because it's kind of what you kind of gotta go for with FromSoft games, unless you're playing Dark Souls, and you have to hope that you get invaded as much as possible.